So this is actually showing it at 6.6 feet. So it's higher than that. It's a little bit higher than that. It's actually at about 8 foot right now. So it's staying pretty steady. I'm not moving the controls or doing anything. So it's still staying really steady. Alright, the wind's picking up a little. Okay, so we did name the drone, and we named it Norb for no orb. And I believe it was Justin. I'll get my paperwork back out and make sure. Okay, so we did name the drone, and I had meant to do this video a lot sooner. I kept on expecting me and Wynette to sit out here and talk about it and on video, and it just hadn't worked out for us to do the video like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell everybody the name, and I want to do a little more something special because it took me so long to do this. I had meant to do it a lot earlier. Alright, so the drone, so I even wrote it on the case. So we named it Norb. Norb for no orb. And Justin Oslin is the one that came up with that name. So this is the Holy Stone drone that I've been using. And this thing is really worked out nice. It's tough. And for y'all watching my videos, you'll see I've already got a lot of good video with it. It films pretty good. This is not an expensive drone. It's nothing like the more expensive DJI drones. It's nothing like that. But it takes pretty good video. And this is Holy Stone. This is a Holy Stone drone. Alright, so there was 21 names that were submitted on the different videos, and that was on our YouTube channel. It was on the Facebook groups, or Fishing in Florida with Tim T and Wynette, and our Bigfoot Encrypted Research group, and the Bigfoot World Paranormal and Researchers of Central Florida. So on all of those, there was actually 21 names, and there were quite a few that we liked. We talked it over, and me and Wynette both decided on Norb, but there were some other ones too that we really liked too. So let me give them, I'm just going to read them off here. These are the 21 names that were commented. Tim Way for Tim and Wynette. Comet, Spot, Fawn 1, Enord, Santa, Look See, Encounter, Predator, Norb, Norb 1, Norbert. Those were the three that Justin sent. Okay, I got Fawn 1 down again here. The glider. Fawn 1 was from the same person. It was just on the two different groups. The glider, Hornet, Black Hawk, Stevie Wonder, Hawk, Booger Blimp, Droney, Tinkerbell, and Robin 2.0. So I wonder who sent in the Robin 2.0. Can you guess? Alright, so those were on our from the YouTube channel, and then the 3 Facebook groups, or 2 that are fishing in Florida, and our Bigfoot Encrypted Research groups, and then the Bigfoot World Facebook group. Alright, so these were really good. Some of them we really liked. I really liked Hornet, Comet, Hawk, Tinkerbell, Fawn 1 was a good too. I probably would have went with Fawn instead of Fawn 1. Like Justin submitted Nord 1. I like Nord by itself. Encounter, Enord, Spot. I liked all of them. Those were all really good. Alright, so I had all the names wrote down, and then I went through each actual group and YouTube video and had them all separated, so I know where it came from. Alright, so Justin Oslin, so if you'll message me or either email me your address, I'm going to get some stuff together and send to you. I've actually got I'm going to put some extra stuff in here too than what I was going to do because it took me so long. So I apologize for taking so long to get this video out and actually picking the name and telling everybody the name and getting the video out. And I've actually got I'm going to be I'm going to be one of the roundtable speakers at the upcoming Ocala Bigfoot conference, and they gave me a booth, so I'm going to have a bunch of free stuff for people to take, sitting there on the table. I got some pins, some writing pins with my name on them, Tim T in Florida, a couple different colors, so I'm going to send you a couple of those. I've got something I'm going to make for you, so just send me your address, email or message, and I'll try messaging you too and get your address to send you some stuff here. I'll send you a few things, make it even more special than what I was going to do. Alright, so as you can see, when one of my videos here where I was out in the corridor and this was being hit with some kind of frequency or infrasound, and he was manipulating the drone, and he kept it from going past a certain height, and then I was actually fighting to keep control of it. When I brought it down and was trying to land it, I was having trouble actually trying to get it down low and land it. And you can see it came right at me. I had to step out of the way to keep from being hit by the drone, and then it ran into the tree. So you'll see from some of my upcoming videos here that there's nothing wrong with the drone, other than now it'll only go up to that certain height, that 66 feet, and then it stops there. From whatever he was hitting it with, it stops it now at that height, but it flies fine. It'll sit there and hover. It don't attack me. It don't attack me on its own. Alright. But actually I was messing with it, and I got it to go up to 95 feet. So I'm gonna try to keep seeing what I can do, see if I can go into the settings or do anything different, and see if I can keep messing with it to get it go up like it normally would. Because I've had it several times way up over 100 feet. That's Chloe. She's out here with me this morning. She's seeing another dog or something out there. Alright, so I was gonna ask Trackway if he'll help me finding the trackway. See if he'll give me a hand in trying to figure out if this was infrasound, if it was a certain frequency, and see what it was being hit with. And then also I'm gonna go in and try to do some my own screenshots as well too, and see if I can see the one that was hitting it with whatever he was doing there. Alright, I guess that'll be it for this video here, and I'll put in a bunch of the where I was flying it and testing it here at the house too, out here in the yard. You can hear all the birds and chickens and everything right now. I've been getting out here early in the morning before it gets real windy, so I could fly the drone. And then right now everything's pretty quiet in the house, everybody's still asleep, so I can come out here and film and not have too much noise, other than a little bit of, like now you can hear the dogs barking down the road, all the roosters crowing, and all the birds out here and all. Alright, I'm going to test the drone a little bit. So I've been having some issues with it ever since that one manipulated it. And I'm going to do some testing too. I think he might have been hitting it with frequencies, or either infrasound, so I'm going to do some testing. So I'm at home right now. So I'm at home and I got the drone out here. I'm going to do some testing with it and see how it does. Because I took it out in the woods to another one of my areas, and it still didn't want to go above the height where he stopped it. So I'm going to do some testing here and check it out. Okay, I'm calibrating the drone. This calibrates it. Alright, so this is what it's doing here. Is it on 65 feet, almost 66 feet? And it won't go no higher. So that's the problem I've been having. Ever since he stopped it at that height, it'll only go to that height now. It won't go past that. So I'm gonna try to do some research and see if he was using frequencies, hitting it with frequencies, or if it was infrasound. Because I wasn't feeling any infrasound. I was hit with infrasound a couple times in the past, so I know what it feels like. So I got the drone just sitting up there. I'm not having to really move it any. It's staying really steady. So you can see the sunrise. So it just got daylight out here, so there's the sunrise. And there's me. You can't hardly see me on this screen, but I'm right here. So I'm just testing it a little right now. I'll do a little pan around. So I come out here first thing this morning like this so there's no wind, because it's been really windy. Alright, so I'm pointing towards the west right now. So you're seeing towards the west. So again, there I am. You see me waving. Alright, so what I do want to do is try to look this over and see if there's anything I can change to make it go higher. Okay, I put it on beginner mode. So let's see what it does on beginner mode. So let's try taking it up again. Okay, now that's saying it's at 95 feet. So it went a little higher this time. It's showing us at 95 feet. So I'm hitting a little bit of wind turbulence up there. You can see it shaking it a little. It's just shaking it a little though, it's not really moving. Let me wave at it again so you can see me. So you can see me down at the corner of the house. It did go up higher at the time. So I might be able to keep playing with it and then get it to go up higher. So I got the camera working good. The camera's working okay. Again, that's to the west. And again, there I am, down at the corner of the house. So now it says 95 feet, like I said, so it went a little higher this time. You can see it shaking just a little, the wind doing that. It'll be really windy again after a while. Alright, so I can't see it on the screen. It's way up there, I can't see it on the screen though. Alright, so I'm going to do some research on that and see if I can figure out if that was frequencies it was being hit with, or if it was infrasound. And I think I'm going to ask Finding the Trackway if he'll give me a hand with figuring that out. Finding the Trackway, he was at the corridor with us, and he's got some really interesting videos from out there at the corridor, and some of his other videos too. And he don't have a lot of subscribers, so I've been showing a lot of his videos too, sharing them and adding them to my corridor playlist too. His ones from the corridor. And he's got some really interesting videos. He does some really good research. So again, I'm at 95 feet now. It was only going to right at 66 feet. So I think I'm going to bring it down and do a little bit more here. Experiment with it a little bit more. So it's sitting pretty steady. So this is actually showing it at 6.6 feet. So it's higher than that. It's a little bit higher than that. It's actually at about 8 foot right now. So it's staying pretty steady. I'm not moving the controls or doing anything. So it's still staying really steady. Like I said, there's a little bit of a breeze blowing. You can see with the trees right there. You can see there's a little bit of wind. A little bit of wind starting to pick up. And it's still staying really steady. Get it so you can see my landing pad out there. It's just a piece of plywood. Okay, so we did name the drone, and I fell real far behind on what I was trying to do there. Alright, the battery's dying, so it's going up and finding the GPS location of where it took off from, so it's going to land. It's just going to land right here. Alright, so I'm going to change the battery out, and then I'll film just a little bit more and do a little bit more. Alright, let's try taking it up one more time now. See how high it'll go now. See if it'll go any higher. Okay, again, it stopped at 95 feet. Alright, I did the auto land on it. Okay, I'm gonna calibrate it again too. Just keep messing with it here and calibrating. So I calibrated it again, so let's see what that does. So we decided on Norb. Okay, so I went through the settings on here, and it shows that it'll go up to 328 feet altitude. It said maximum altitude 328 feet. So let's see what it'll do now. So I put it on beginner mode and then took it out of beginner mode. So I'm recording. So as you can see, it's sitting there hovering pretty good. There's a little bit of wind this morning. Okay, this is showing it's at 3.3 feet. So what's going up? Alright, I'm at 200 feet. Alright, so I'm way up there now. I'm at 200 feet. Alright, so I got it back working. So that's good. So I don't really ever have to go that high. I mean, it's nice to do that out in the swamp and show you around. A lot of times we're going to be filming fishing or filming around in the woods some. I don't never really have to go that high. Alright, so this is 200 feet. And it's a little windy. You can see it moving around a little bit in the wind. Alright, so I'm just gonna pan around a little. And then I'll bring it down. So I don't never really have to go that high. Alright, but I got it fixed back now where it'll go high like it used to. And it's just sitting there hovering. You can see I'm not having to touch the controls. There is a little bit of wind. I can feel it here too in the yard. Alright, so I'm just going to do a little pan around and then I'll bring it down. So I'm over 200 feet. This is 209.9 feet. Alright, so I don't know if you can see me or not at that. I wave my arms around. I'm right here at the corner of the house. Right down here at the bottom of the screen right now, at the corner of the house, at the white fence. I'm waving my arm around, so if you can see me. I can't tell on the phone screen. Alright, so let's bring her down. So I'm at 160 feet. Okay, I'm at 140 feet. Okay, that's 85 feet. So there I am at the corner of the house now. Alright, so I'm at the corner of the house. So you can hear that hawk out there. Alright, so I'm gonna bring her on down. Okay, that's it. That's right at 50 foot right there. So there's just a little bit of wind. You can see it moving around just a little. And again, I'm not touching the control. Alright, so let's bring her on down now. That's my landing pad. Alright, I've been getting some really good footage out in the woods and fishing and stuff like that since we've had the drone here. So we did name it Norb. Alright, so it looks like I got the problem fixed with the altitude height. And I'm going to try to do some research here and see if he was hitting me with some type of frequency or a certain frequency, or hitting the drone with it, I mean. Or if that was infrasound or what it was. And I'm going to look and do a few screenshots and see if I can See if I can actually see him. Maybe we'll see the one that was doing it. I know Carrie Ann, she's really good. She said she could see the one that was actually doing the messing with the drone. And she's really good. She's helped me a lot with that video. She helps a lot on our Facebook group too. Carrie Ann, she's in Australia. She's really good. Alright, so you can see as the drone don't attack me on its own. That was just that one time out there in the woods. So I'm gonna see if I can land it on the landing pad again. Hey, I got it. Right on the landing pad.